Hi everyone, and energetic as well as future doctors of India. Once again, welcome to the physics classes. Okay, I hope you are doing well or preparing well at the homes by watching our videos. Okay, so I'm trying my level best every day to creating more comfort in understanding the classes. Okay, so today also I have upgraded a few so that we can you can enjoy the classes well. Okay, fine. So right now we will start our topic as usual. So first of all, we will recall whatever we discussed in the previous classes. Then after, we will go ahead with the topic of today's topic. Okay, so this is our topic, Nana. This is our topic actually, wave optics. And in that main topics were reflection, sorry, the main topics were interference. Next one is diffraction. Last one is polarization. Interference and diffraction were explained by Huygens wave theory of light, whereas polarization is explained by electromagnetic theory. Okay. Now these are the different theories of light. You already know this. Then various phenomena and which theory has explained those. You already know this. And what is the main acceptability for wave optics, that is b square by l lambda is approximately should be equal to 1 or less than 1. And types of wavefronts, Huygens principle and Huygens explanation, or plane wave for reflection as well as refraction. So phase difference, path difference, and time difference, these are the topics we discussed, as well as division of wavefronts, division of amplitude, and the principle of superposition. What the principle of superposition states that? It says that y is equal to y1 plus y2. Okay. So next, resultant amplitudes. Okay, these formulas are also we discussed. Okay. Next, coherent sources. What are the different coherent sources? How we are getting the coherent sources? Next, interference. We are having the two types of interference. In that, constructive is interference, and one is one is constructive interference, and then the one is destructive interference. Okay, so we already gone through this topic very clearly. Okay, now in the I maximum is equal to I1 plus I2 plus 2 root I1 I2, and I minimum is equal to I1 plus I2 minus 2 root I1 I2. So of course, in the yesterday's class, we were discussed about the resultant intensity, that is I is equal to 4 I naught cos square pi by 2. Okay, so in today's class, we are going to discuss about the extension of this Young's double slit experiment. Okay, so in the yesterday's class, we discussed about the Young's double slit experiment, and how the central fringes and uh, other fringes like first order minima, first order maxima, and second order minima, second order maxima, how they are obtaining. And in order to obtain constructive interference, what is the condition, and in order to obtain destructive interference, what is the condition? Those topics we discussed in the yesterday's class. So I am going to extend the further topic. Okay, Nana. So we are in the topic. So let's move to the board. Fine. I hope the board is a little bigger more when compared to the previous. Is it right? Yeah. I hope it is right now much clearly visible. Fine. So in the yesterday's class, we were discussing about the YDSE. Okay. What do you mean by the word YDSE? Young double slit experiment. Okay. Now coming to the point, in the yesterday's class, we discussed that path difference delta x is equal to S2P minus S1P is equal to d sine theta. Okay, so which is also equal to d into y by d. Okay, d into y by d. Okay, so these are the topics we discussed, and next phase differences pi is equal to 2 pi by lambda into delta x. Okay, so this is also we discussed in the previous class. Okay, now coming to the and one more point we discussed is I is equal to I naught, sorry, 4 I naught cos square pi by 2. Okay, so these are the topics we have already discussed in the yesterday's class. In today's class we are going to discuss about the how the, I mean, what is the condition for obtaining. Okay, first one, bright fringe. Okay, second one is dark fringe. Okay, and third one is fringe width. Okay, so these are the topics we are going to discuss in today's class. In yesterday's class we discussed path difference, means what is the formulae, phase difference, what is the formulae, and intensity for I naught cos square pi by 2, what is the formulae. Okay, so we discussed all this in yesterday's class. In today's class we are going to discuss how to get the bright fringe, okay, and what is the condition, how to get dark fringe and what is the condition, and how to get the fringe width. These are the topics we are going to discuss in today's class. Okay, Nana. So first of all, we will go. I'm just erasing the yesterday's topic, Nana. Only I'm concentrating on today's topic. Fine. Okay. Now coming to the point. Okay. So the first and foremost point is bright fringe. So when a bright fringe will be obtained, Nana, when a bright fringe will obtain, when two waves interfere constructively, then it will give rise to bright fringe. So our topic is bright fringe. Okay, bright fringe. Now if you clearly observe that, I'm just reconstructing the diagram, Nana, here. So this is, okay, so our experimental source. Now this is the distance, two sources S1, S2, and separated by a distance of small d. So and uh, screen and sources were separated by a distance of capital D. Now if you clearly observe that, okay, so here one wave from S2 meeting a point at P. S1P also going to meet the point at P. Okay, so in order to obtain a bright fringe, okay, so the light must travel approximately, I mean, interfere, the light, I mean, these two waves should interfere constructively. That means crust and crust should touch each other, trough and trough should touch each other. So whenever they superimpose crust and crust or trough and trough, it will give rise to bright fringe. Okay, now if you in order to be in that bright fringe concept, the phase difference, I mean the phase difference should, sorry, the path difference should be is n lambda. Okay, so first, so I mean S2 travels, I mean here in order to travel, in order to meet this point here, the extra path difference travel should be multiple of lambda, should be what, Nana? Multiple of lambda. Then only it will give rise to it will give rise to bright fringe. Otherwise it will be dark fringe. Okay, Nana. So what is the condition for obtaining the bright fringe, Nana? S2p minus S1p is equal to n lambda. So this is the condition for obtaining the bright fringe, and where n is equal to 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, and plus or minus 3, so on. Okay, so we all, I mean, and here n is called the order of the bright fringe, order of the bright fringe. So here this is called as what, Nana? Zero order bright fringe. Here is called a first order maxima. First order, of course, I'm what, ignoring this minima. Okay, second order maxima, third order maxima, fourth order maxima. Here first order, I mean other side. See, the negative indicates it is below the central maxima, and positive indicates it is above the maxima. Okay, so sorry, so these are the topics. And now coming to the point, we already know that, I mean, the extra path S2p minus S1p is equal to, we know that, what is the formula, Nana? D by n by capital D is equal to n lambda. So from the previous topic, from where we got this, Nana? From yesterday's class, we discussed that S2p minus S1p, that is delta x. Delta is x is equal to, what is the formula? Delta x is equal to d by n by capital D. Okay, so from this, what we can able to write, Nana? So we can write d by n by D. So yn is equal to, okay, yn is equal to n lambda d by small d, n lambda d by small d. Okay, so what is this yn, Nana? Distance of the fringe, distance of the fringe, distance of the fringe from the central maxima. Yn is here what, Nana? Yn is the distance of the nth fringe from the central maxima. Okay, Nana, is it clear? So we already know one more point, is it right? I, what do you mean by the word, Nana? I means what? Intensity. So we got the I is equal to 4 I naught cos square pi by 2. Okay, so what should be the, I mean, for if you clearly observe that, I hope you all understood, Nana. So I'm removing this and we are forwarding to the one more topic. Okay, so that topic is also under the concept of what, Nana? Bright fringe only. Okay, yeah, fine. Okay, now we already know that, what is the formula, Nana? I is equal to 4 I naught cos square pi by 2. Okay, so for a bright fringe, intensity, I mean, this cos pi by 2, cos pi by 2 should be equal to 1. That is, pi by 2 is equal to 0 plus or minus pi, comma, plus or minus 2 pi, so on. That is, pi is equal to plus or minus 2 pi n. This is the phase differences between the this is the phase difference between the interfering waves. If the phase difference between the interfering waves is plus or minus 2 pi n, then the both will interfere with the interfere, and they will both undergo interference of which one, Nana? Constructive. Okay, that is, it will give, so what, the bright fringe. Or simply, for a bright fringe, the phase difference will be an integral multiple of 2 pi n, where n is the order of the fringe. Okay, so now another point is, so what is the path difference, Nana? Delta x is equal to, so we already know that delta x is equal to what? N lambda. Delta x is equal to n lambda. We already, from the starting point, we got. and pi is equal to, and Imax is equal to, what is the formula? Imax. So first of all, we already know this cos square pi by 2. So that implies what we can write? Imax is equal to, what, Nana? 4 I naught. Imax is equal to 4 I naught. Okay. For example, I mean I1. Okay. So before, I mean directly going without, instead of going directly. Yeah. Okay. For example, yeah. For example, what is Nana? I1. Okay. So I1 and I2 are intensities. Okay. And so we already know that I is equal to, so what we can write here? I1 plus I2 plus 2 square root I1 I2 cos pi by 2. Okay. But here cos pi value is equal to, I mean cos pi. Okay. So cos pi value is equal to how much, Nana? 1. Cos pi value is equal to how much? 1. So our value is becoming how much, Nana? I is equal to square root of I1 plus square root of I2 whole square. Okay. Square root of I1 plus square root of I2 whole square, or which is also directly proportional to what we can write, Nana? A1 plus A2 whole square. Yeah. So this is the final formula obtaining by the equation. Okay. So, and last point we need to discuss is, okay. So the last point we need to discuss is, so what is the topic, Nana? And the bright fringe, I mean the whatever the bright fringe, the maximum intensity, whatever the Imax we are getting, Imax is getting. Okay. So Imax is greater than the sum of two intensities by an amount of 2 root I1 I2. Okay. So Imax is greater than a sum of two intensities by an amount of how much, Nana? 2 root I1 I2. Okay. So this is all the information regarding your what, Nana? Bright fringe. So first of all, I will just make a list of all the formulae, and we will go for the which one, Nana? The next furthermore topic, dark fringe. Okay. So this bright fringe, I'm going to summarize, Nana, what we discussed in the bright fringe. We will just going to summarize. What is the first point, Nana? S2P minus S1P is equal to what, Nana? N lambda. That is called as the path difference, and distance of the fringe from the central maxima yn is equal to n lambda d by small d, where capital D is the distance between the screen and the source, and small d is the distances between the sources. Okay. And we are having I is equal to square root of I1 plus square root of I2 whole square if I1 is equal to I2 is equal to I naught, then Imax is equal to, we can write it as what, Nana? 4 I naught. Okay. So here the phase difference is equal to what? 2 pi n. Phase difference is how much, Nana? 2 pi n. Path difference is what, Nana? N lambda. So these are the formulas you need to remember for the bright fringe. Okay. So I hope you all understood, Nana. Similarly, we will discuss about the dark fringe. how to discuss about the dark fringe. Just a moment, Anna. Yeah, I hope right now it's not required. Yeah. Okay. Now coming to the next dark fringe. And whenever two waves undergo destructive interference or having a phase difference of lambda by 2, path difference of lambda by 2, then it will give rise to dark fringe. Okay, so whenever two waves undergo destructive interference, okay, or which are the waves which are having a path difference of lambda by 2, then it will give rise to what, Nana? Dark fringe. Okay, it does not have, I mean, like central maxima, it does not have central minima. It will only have which one, Nana? First order minima, second order minima, third order minima, so on. Okay, so first of all, what is the condition? If you clearly observe that, so here, okay, so here these two are what, Nana? Separated by an angle of how much? Exactly lambda. Oh, so this is exactly separated by lambda. So it is giving rise which one, Nana? Constructive interference. But now if you clearly observe that these two were separated by a path difference of how much, Nana? Lambda by 2. Here you can understand the point, what, Nana? Okay, so here these two waves were separated by a path difference of how much? Lambda. So here which one we got? Bright fringe. So here if you clearly observe that these two waves were separated by an angle by a path difference of how much, Nana? Lambda by 2. So here it will give rise to which one? Dark fringe. Okay, I hope you all understood. So if you clear, I mean, when the path difference is an integral multiple of lambda by 2, then it will give rise to dark fringe. So what is the condition, Nana? S2p minus, okay, condition here it is what? S2p minus S1p. It should be equal to what? Integral multiple, that is 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. Okay, so we already know that what is the point, Nana? What is the point? So destructive interference occurs at P if S1P and S2P differ by an odd or integral multiple of how much, Nana? Lambda by 2. Okay, now we already know that d sine theta is equal to, so what we are getting, Nana, here? D sine theta is equal to 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. So but we already know that d yn by capital D is equal to 2n minus 1 lambda by 2, or we can write it as yn is equal to 2n minus 1 by 2 lambda d by d. Okay, so this is the formula for your uh, distance of nth fringe from the central maxima. What is the formula, Nana? Yn is equal to 2n minus 1 by 2 into yd by d. So this is the formula for what, Nana? This is the formula for what? Obtaining dark fringe. Okay, Nana. Now coming to the next point here. So we already know that for a dark fringe the intensity what? Minimum. Okay, the intensity is how much, Nana? Very, very minimum, because they are undergoing, they are superimposing alternatively. That is, a crust is imposing on trough and a trough is imposing on crust. That's the reason we are getting what, Nana? We are getting the intensity as minimum. Okay, for example, so what is the formula, Nana, here? I mean, in order to get intensity, I is equal to, what is the formula? So I1 plus I2 plus 2 root I1 I2 cos pi. Okay, since these are undergoing which, Nana? Pi by 2. We already discussed that the path difference is how much, Nana? Lambda by 2. So from that we can write here, what we can able to write, Nana, here? S2P is 3 lambda by 2, 3 pi by 2. So it is pi by 2 should be equal to plus or minus pi by 2 plus or minus 3 pi by 2 plus or minus 3 pi by 2, so on. Okay, that is pi is equal to pi comma, plus or minus 3 pi, so on. Okay, so if you clearly observe that cos pi value, cos pi value is equal to how much, na? Minus 1. Since cos pi value is equal to minus 1, I is equal to, we can write it as what, Nana? I1 plus I2 minus 2 root I1 I2. So we can write it as square root of I1 plus square root of I2 whole square. So I minima is equal to what we can able to write, Nana? Square root of I1 plus square root of I2 whole square. Okay. So, and one more thing, for example, if I1 I2 is equal to I0. Sorry, I'm sorry. Here it is what, Nana? We are getting minus. Okay. So for example, I1 and I2 is equal to I0. That implies I minima is equal to 0. I minima is equal to what, Nana? 0. Okay. So this is the formula for what, Nana? Minima. Okay. So here the topics we discussed is first of all bright fringe. So bright fringe, what is the formula, Nana? Yn is equal to lambda d by d. And here in the dark fringe, the formula is what, Nana? 2n minus 1 by 2 into lambda d by d. Okay. So phase difference there is how much, Nana? Multiple of n pi. Okay, so here the phase difference is what, Nana? 2n minus 1 pi. So phase difference is equal to what, Nana? 2n minus 1 pi. Okay, so this is these are the topics you need to discuss here. Okay, I hope you all understood these concepts, Nana. Okay, now coming to the last topic of today's class, it is called as fringe width. So what do you mean by the word fringe width? Okay, what do you mean by the word fringe width? That we will discuss right now. Then we will start solving the problems. Okay, these problems are very, very interesting, Nana. So there is a compulsory question from the topic of YDSC. Okay, in wave optics, the YDSC plays a very, 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 very crucial role, Nana. So now I hope you all understood how to obtain the bright and dark fringes. Okay, now coming to the next, fringe width. So what do you mean by the word fringe width? The separation between the two bright fringes or two dark fringes, or from a bright fringe and from a to a dark fringe. Okay, so I will show you experimentally. So here, first of all, first point here, fringe width. So what is the fringe width, Nana? The distance between, okay, so fringe width, the distance between two bright fringes or two dark fringes is called as fringe width. Okay, so what we are discussing, Nana, for example, Yn, so a distance of, or simply nth order, okay, nth order fringe from central maxima. Nth order fringe from central maxima. So what we can write, Nana? Yn is equal to, okay, so n lambda d by d. Similarly, n plus 1th order fringe from central maxima. We can get what, Nana? Yn plus 1 is equal to n plus 1 lambda d by d. Okay, so fringe separation or fringe width is equal to what we can able to write, Nana? Yn plus 1 minus yn. That is what we can write, Nana? N plus 1 lambda d by d minus n lambda d by d. That is implies what we can able to write, Nana, here? N lambda d by d minus plus lambda d by d minus n lambda d by d. So this one will get cancelled, and ultimately our answer is what, Nana, here? Lambda d by d. Okay, so it is represented by beta is equal to lambda d by d. Beta is equal to lambda d by d. That is the formula you need to keep in the mind. Okay, so nth order fringe from the central maxima, yn is equal to n lambda d by d. N plus 1th order is equal to from the central maxima is what, Nana? Yn plus 1 is equal to n plus 1 into lambda d by d. Fringe width is equal to yn plus 1 minus yn. So what we can able to write, Nana? N plus 1 lambda d minus n lambda by d is equal to n lambda d by d plus lambda d by d minus n lambda d by d. Okay, now n lambda d by d and lambda d by d will get cancelled. Ultimately what we left is lambda d by d. That is beta is equal to lambda d by d. Okay, I hope you all understood the how to obtain the fringe width. Okay, now if you go for the dark band also, you will get the same value only. Okay, so your homework is obtain the lambda d by d for the dark band. Okay, your homework, you try that. Okay, so similarly just take the yn for yn. What is the, Nana? Yn for dark band, how much you are getting here? 2n minus 1, okay, lambda d by d. Okay, this is for what? Ynth of yn for dark fringe from the central maxima. Similarly here we are having 2n plus 1 minus 1 by 2 lambda d by d. Okay, and just apply the formula and try to get, you will get the same value, lambda d by d. Okay, now we will discuss some important points regarding the fringe width. Okay, Nana? Okay, so I hope you all understood the topics, Nana. So we are going to I'm just going to discuss a very small point. Once after that we will go ahead with the problems. Okay, so first point, Nana, regarding the fringe width. So beta is directly proportional to the, so beta is independent of fringe, number of fringes. Okay, fringe width does not depend on number of fringes. Fringe width does not depend on number of fringes. Okay, so here next and beta is directly proportional to point. Beta is independent on number of fringes. Okay, next one is beta is directly proportional to lambda. Okay, lambda d by d, is it right? Now for example, so what we can write, Nana? Beta red is greater than beta violet. So we, as lambda red is greater than lambda violet. Okay, this also you know. For example, so for example, one question is there. If red light is replaced, red light is replaced with blue light, okay, in YDSC. So what will happen, Anna? Then beta decreases. Beta decreases because what is the reason? You already know. Lambda red, okay, is greater than lambda blue. Based on that, we can write here beta decreases. Okay, next, if the whole apparatus is dipped in, a liquid of refractive index mu, so the lambda dash is equal to, we can get it as lambda by mu. That implies, so what we can write, Nana? Beta dash is equal to, what is the formula, Nana? Lambda dash d by d. So what is the lambda dash value, Nana? Lambda by mu capital D by D. So that is beta by mu. Okay. So whenever you dip the whole apparatus in a liquid of refractive index mu, and if you perform the experiment, the fringe width will decreases. Okay. So here this is a one point, Nana. Okay. Now okay, if okay, so that is not a point. Okay, for example, okay, if now if yn is same for two wavelengths and different fringes appear, then we can write n1 lambda 1 is equal to n2 lambda 2. The formula is what, Nana? The formula is what? Y is equal to n lambda d by d. Okay. N lambda d by d. Now here this d and this d were constant and y is also constant. Only two things variable is n lambda. So we can write n1 lambda 1 is equal to n2 lambda 2. Okay, hope you all understood. These are the topics. None of these are the topics we need to discuss about the today's class. Okay, how the bright fringe and how the dark fringe as well as a fringe width were formed. Of course, based on this, so many applications are there. So these applications, when you go through the text, you can able to understand. Okay, so right now also we will solve few problems, so which will enhance your learning. Okay, hope you all understood the topics, Nana. Okay, now coming to the next point. Okay. Okay, guys. Hope you all understood the whatever the formula we discussed till now, Nana. Okay. Now we will just cross check what are the topics we discussed, and we will start the solving the problems. Is it right? Okay. Now coming to the point here. Okay, so interference of light and constructive and destructive interference, we already discussed it. Okay, and next, so this is our YDSA experiments. This is our central maxima, and first dark, first bright, second dark, second bright, third dark, third bright, fourth dark, and here fourth bright. Okay, now Yn is nothing but, I mean, Yn with respect to the bright fringe is distance between the central maxima to that particular fringe. So here is Yn, and here Yn is distance from the central maxima to the particular fringe. That is, for example, here Yn from fourth and this. Okay, so those are the distance, and lambda, sorry, beta. What is beta, Nana? Distance between the two fringes. I mean, here the bright fringe, here bright fringe. The two distance between two bright fringes is what? Dark fringe. The distance, or from the starting of bright fringe to ending of the bright fringe, that is also called as fringe width. Okay, so and you can discuss so many topics that fringe obtained, central fringe is always bright because pi is equal to 0 and delta is also 0. Okay, now the interference, I mean, if one slit is illuminated with red light and the other is illuminated with blue light, no interference pattern will be observed on the screen. Why, Nana? Because both are not in constant phase. Okay, so since both are not in constant phase differences, or the phase difference is varying every second, so here what is the answer, Nana? No interference pattern is observed. Okay, so these are the topics, and coming to the next point, path difference. Regarding the path difference, delta is equal to what we discussed, x d by capital D, which is also equal to d sine theta. So for maxima, we are having delta is equal to n lambda, where n is equal to 0 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2. That will shows the number of the fringe. And similarly for minima, delta is equal to 2n minus 1 by 2 lambda, where n is equal to plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2. So for horizontal fringe, I mean, this is a vertical fringe. For horizontal sources, it will be different. Of course, we will discuss that in furthermore. It's like application point of view. Okay, yeah. So more about the fringes. So we can see width of each fringe, beta is equal to lambda d by d, and is angular fringe width theta is equal to lambda by d, which is also equal to beta by d. So this is the formula. Sometimes they may ask questions based on this. Okay, and next, when you immerse the whole setup in refractive index, how the refractive index is going to change. Okay, and they choose it with respect to the water. When we choose it with respect to the water, what is the answer, Nana? 3 by 4th of beta A. I mean, fringe width is reduced as by 3 by 4 times. Okay, in water, it is how much times? 3 by 4 times of beta A. Okay, now fringe width is inversely proportional to the small d, that is the separation between the sources. Okay, when small d increases, beta decreases. So whenever separation between the sources increases, what will happen, Nana? Fringe width decreases. Okay, now coming to the next one, I mean, nth order, nth bright fringe from central maxima, n lambda d by d, and the nth dark fringe is, we discussed all this. Okay, so right now we will start solving the problems. Okay, so before starting the problems, I will just want to show you the experimentation. Oh, sorry, I just closed it, so no need of that. Okay, so first of all, if two light waves having the same frequency and having the intensity of 4:1, they interfere, the ratio of their maximum to minimum intensity in the pattern will be. See, Nana, I'm not going to explain complete answer first of all. Okay, because I want you to solve the problems. Is it right? I want you to solve the problem. That's the reason I'm not explaining the whole question, but I'm just telling you what is the concept you need to apply. Okay, so first of all, if two light waves having the same frequency, having the intensity ratio of 4 is to 1, and they interfere, the ratio of maximum to minimum intensity in the pattern will be. So here I just observe now what I'm showing the answer. Okay, so what is the given, Nana? I1. Okay, I1 by I2 is equal to how much they given, Nana? 4 by 1. Okay, now what we are requiring, I max by I minimum. Okay, so what is the formula we can able to write? Square root of I1 plus square root of I2 whole square by square root of I1 minus square root of I2 whole square. Okay, so this formula I am rewriting it as square root of I1 by I2 plus 1 whole square by square root of I1 by I2 minus 1 whole square. Okay, that is what we can able to write, Nana. So square root of 4 by 1 plus 1 whole square by square root of 4 plus 1 minus 1 whole square. That is, we are getting the formula what, Nana? 2 plus 1. How much we are having? 3 by, and here it is 3. Okay, so that what we can able to write here, 2 plus 1 whole square by 2 minus 1 whole square, that is 9 is to 1. So you can see the option, what option is you are getting, Nana? So your option is A. And similarly, and if you go through the formula, okay, so if you go through the formula, which formula you need to attempt, Nana? Yeah, fine. I hope right now, yeah. Okay, yeah, here I will hold. Fine. Now, okay, so in an Young's double slit experiment using a sodium light, 92 fringes are seen. If color of lambda 5461 angstroms is used, how many fringes will be seen? Okay, so what is the formula you need to apply here, Nana? What is the formula you need to apply? So here they just changed the wavelength. So due to the change in the wavelength, how many number of fringes may appear in the experimental setup? So we already know the formula. I mean here y is equal to n lambda d by d. Okay, n lambda d by d. This is the formula for what, Nana? This is the formula for what? Fringe width. Is it right? Now, capital D constant, small d constant, y is constant. So what is the formula? N1 lambda 1 is equal to N2 lambda 2. Okay, so go for directly. No need of explanation here. So you will get the answer. I mean, I will post those answers on later. Okay, you first try. Every day evening I will post the answers. Okay, now next one more question, Nana. Fine. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay, fine. Okay, now what is the point, Nana? Two beams of light having the intensities I and 4i interfere to produce a fringe pattern on a screen. The phase difference between the beams is how much, Nana? Pi by 2 at a point A and pi at point B. Then the difference between the resultant intensities at A and B is. Okay, so this is a very simple question, but when you look to the questions, it will be appears as hard. Okay, so first of all, what is the given data in that you need to find out. So first of all, I1 is given as how much, Nana? I. And I2 is given as how much, Nana? 4i. I1 is equal to I and I2 is equal to n. And at point A, at point A. Okay, so what is this pi value? Pi value is given as pi by 2. Okay, and at point B, and pi is equal to given as pi. Okay, so we already know the formula. What is the formula we know, Nana? What is the formula we know? Okay, so here at point I pi, so we are having the formula I is equal to I A is equal to, so what we can able to write, Nana? I1 plus I2 plus 2 square root I1 I2 cos pi A, or okay, cos pi A. Okay, now what is the value here? I plus 4I plus 2 into square root of 4 into 1, and here cos pi value is equal to how much, Nana? Whole cos pi value is equal to how much? Pi by 2. It is how much? 0. So ultimately our answer is how much, Nana? Pi I. And IB is equal to what we are having, Nana? What is the formula? So once again same, I plus 4I plus 2 into 4 into 1. Okay, and here it is minus 1. So your answer is how much, Nana? You can see. So what we are getting? 5I, and it is square root of 4 is 2. So it is 5I minus 4I, which is equal to I. Okay. So what is the value, Nana, here? It is I. Okay. Now, but our question is what, Nana? Difference between resultant intensities of A and B. So our final answer, IA minus IB is equal to 5I minus 4I. Sorry, 5I minus I, which is equal to what, Nana? 4I. Our answer is 4I, which is option B. Okay, Nana. So hope you all understood this question. Is it clear? Now coming to the next question. Yeah. So if two waves represented by y1 is equal to 4 sine omega t and y2 is equal to 3 sine omega t plus pi by 3, okay, interfere at a point, the amplitude of the resulting waves is, okay. So everyone will think it is a tough question, but when you choose the question and when you understand the question, it is very, very easy. So first of all, what is the formula? We are asking, I mean, they given y1 is equal to 4 sine omega t, and y2 is equal to 3 sine omega t plus pi by 3. Okay, now if you clearly observe that, I can write here a1 is equal to 4, a2 is equal to how much? 3. Okay, now and here pi is equal to pi by 3. Okay, now what is the formula? A is equal to, A resultant is equal to square root of A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos pi. So what is the formula, Nana? Square root of 16 plus 9 plus 2 into 4 into 3 into cos pi is equal to 1 by 2. I am applying directly, Nana. So what is this value? Square root of 37, approximately equal to 6. So your answer is option B. Clear? So this is how the questions we need to solve from the topic of from the above topics. Okay. Now similarly we will go to the further more topics. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the next question is a very, very, very simple question, Nana. I hope everyone can able to do. So which I mean, in order to obtain the destructive interference, what should be the lambda value? So we already know that S2P minus S1P should be integral multiple of lambda by 2. So which one is having the lambda by 2? That is your answer. You can check 5 lambda is not the answer, 3 lambda, 3 by 4 lambda is also not the answer, and 2 lambda is not the answer, and only the answer is what, Nana? D option. That is a direct question. Okay, next. Now here next question is, two interfering waves having intensities 9i and 4i. The path difference between them is given as 11 pi. Okay, then resultant intensity at that point is, okay, so first of all they given I1 is equal to 9i and I2 is equal to, they given as 4i. Okay, now they given delta x is equal to given as 11 pi. So how to obtain the phase difference, Nana? Phase difference. Okay, so how to obtain the phase difference, Nana? Phase difference is equal to 2 pi lambda into delta x. So what we can write here, 2 pi into 11 pi by lambda. So this one cancel. What we left is 22 pi. So 22 pi is an integral multiple of n pi. Okay, I mean it is we can write it as 11 into 2 pi. So the waves interfering constructively, waves interfering constructively. So at that case, Imax is equal to what we can write, Nana? Square of I1 plus square of I2 whole square. So what we can write, Nana? Square of 9i plus square root of 4i whole square. That is how much we are having? 3i plus 4, sorry, 2i whole square, that is 5i square, that is 25i square. Okay, so your answer is 25i. Okay, 25i square root of n, so it is I for a whole. Okay, so it is square root. Fine. So ultimately it is how much, Nana? 25i square. Your answer is how much? 25i. 25i is your answer. Okay, hope you all understood this point. Okay, now coming to the next question. Okay, so all of you go through the next question, Nana. In interference, if I max by I minimum is equal to 144 by 81, then what will be the ratio of amplitudes of the interfering waves? Okay, so what is the given? I max by I minimum is equal to how much, Nana? 144 by 81. So the formula we are using is, okay, so how to get obtain, Nana? We already know that. Okay, so we are using the formula directly. A1 by A2, A1 by A2 is equal to, so we can write it as square root of I max by I min plus 1 by square root of I max by I min minus 1. Okay, now how it was obtained? Okay, so how it was obtained, that we will discuss right now. Okay, so first of all, this formula, how we know that I maximum by I minimum is equal to, we can write it as square root of I1 plus I2 plus 1 whole square by square root of I1 by I2 minus 1 whole square. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm writing here, okay, square root of I'm separating so that you won't confuse. Okay, I max by I minimum is equal to, so what we can able to write, Nana, I1 square root of I1 by I2 plus 1 by square root of I1 by I2 minus 1. Okay, now upon cross multiplication we are getting here, that implies square root of, I'm directly multiplying, Nana, square root of I max by I min, okay, into I1 I2, okay, minus I max I min is equal to, what we can able to write, Nana, square root of I1 I2 plus 1. Okay, now what I am doing is very simple logic. From this whole equation, this one I am sending this side. Okay, and the term which we required is, we required is I1 and I2 or not. Okay, so what we need to do, yeah, or send this square root of I1 I2 this side. So when you send square root of this one this side, so what we are getting, Nana, we are getting this point as so square root of I1 I2 this side, I1 by I2 this side, and square root of I max by I min that side. Okay, so this formula can be written as, okay, so we can write it as, okay, Nana. So when you go through that, you can get the point. What you will get, Nana. So this I mean I max and I min that side, and the square root of I1 by I2 this side. So what you are getting, and I1 by I2 is common in both those. I am separating those. So you are getting here, when you separate, okay, square root of I1 by I2 into, so we are having here square root of I max by I min, okay, minus 1, okay, so which is equal to, we are having here square root of I max by I min minus 1. Okay, so and by just a small rearrangement we are getting the formula. Sir, in the formula we are discussed what, Nana, square root of I1 by I2. So square root of I1 by I2, we already know that a square is directly proportional to I. So what we can write, Nana, here, square root of I1 by I2 can be written as what? A1 by A2. Okay. So A1 by A2, what is the formula? Now square root of I max by I min plus 1 by square root of I max by I min minus 1. So if you clearly observe that whatever the values we are getting, okay, so what the values they has given, Nana, a1 by a2 is equal to square root of, okay, 144 by 81 plus 1 by square root of 144 plus 81 minus 1, that is how much, Nana, here 12 by 9 plus 1 by, so how much here, 12 by 9 minus 1. So this is equal to 4 plus 3, 7 is to 1. So the ratio is 7 by 1, which is B option there. Okay, now coming to the next question, Anna. Okay, so Young's double slit experiment, an interference pattern is obtained on a screen by a light of wavelength lambda is equal to 6000 angstroms coming from the coherent sources S1P and S2P. At certain point P on the screen is third dark fringe is formed. Okay, then the path difference. So how to obtain the path difference, Nana? How to obtain path difference? How to obtain the path difference? What is the formula? It is 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. Okay, so 2n minus 1 lambda. Okay, Nana. So here, just read the question. The slits of a Young's double slit experiment have the equal weights and the source played symmetrically relate to the slits. The intensity at the central fringes is I naught. Okay, if one of the slit is closed, intensity at that point will be. Okay, so here you need to understand the question very carefully. Okay, so the slits have equal weights and source placed symmetrically relative to each other. Okay, so the intensity at the central fringe is I naught. Okay, so if the one of the slit is closed, the intensity at the point will be, what is the intensity? So first of all, you need to understand the point when the slits placed symmetrically. Okay, the condition might be like this. Okay, like this. Okay, okay. So if you clearly observe that delta x and theta both is equal to what, Nana? 0. So we already know that uh, I is equal to 4 I naught cos square pi by 2. Okay, so I is equal to 4 I naught. This is intensity of the interference. Okay, and I naught is the initial here. Okay, I naught. Now what we are having, Nana? I is equal to 4 n, but pi value is equal to how much? 0. So I is equal to 4 I naught. This is our point. Now if one of the slit I closed like this, one of the slit I just closed with some block or something else. Okay, so will the interference takes place? No, it does not undergo interference. So ultimately our answer, I mean, is what? I mean, what is the intensity of light at this point? So I naught E will be the answer. How much light is present here? The same light will present here. So I naught is equal to I by 4. So this is the answer. So which is your option, Nana? B is your option. Okay, I naught by 4. Okay, so of course intensity of the central fringe is given directly. Okay, of course, yeah, so I naught we can rechange it so that you can get your answer as like before. Okay, I is equal to I naught by 4. Clear? So which is your answer, Nana? B option is your answer. Okay, so just apply the common basic question here. This is the, I mean, it's a little tricky question. These type of questions 100% appear in examination. Okay, now coming to the next one. In a Young's double slit experiment, the separation is 1 mm and the screen is 1 meter from the slit. For a monochromatic wavelength of 500 nanometer, the distance of the third minima from the central maxima is. Okay, so you need to find out the third minima. So in order to get the third minima, what is the formula, Nana? What is the formula? 2n minus 1 Okay, so the formula is what? 2n minus 1 lambda by lambda d by d. Okay, so how to just apply the formula? Okay, so what is the formula, Nana, you need to apply? So y, so here the distance, okay, yn is equal to 2n minus 1 by 2 lambda d by d. Okay, so lambda is already known, how much it is? 500 nanometer, and n is equal to how much? 3, and capital D is equal to 1 meter, and small d is equal to 1 mm. Okay, so just apply the value on the formula and you will get the answer as B. Okay, and last next one is two identical sources emitter the waves. Okay, two identical sources emitter the waves which produces intensity of k units at a point on the screen where path difference is lambda. What will be the intensity at a point on the screen at which path difference is lambda by 4? Fine, Nana. Here, what is the data they has given, Nana? So, two identical sources emitted waves. Okay. So here, k units, intensity of how much, Nana? Two identical sources emitted waves. Okay. So IR1, I mean I resultant 1 is equal to given as k, and IR2 is given as how much, Nana? We need to find out. Okay, and here path difference delta x is equal to how much? Lambda. Here delta x2 is equal to lambda by 4. Okay, now what is the formula for obtaining actually phase difference, Nana? Phase difference formula what? Pi is equal to 2 pi 2 pi by lambda into delta x. So here pi 1 is equal to 2 pi by lambda into lambda. So this is what is the pi is equal to 2 pi, and here it is pi 2 is equal to 2 pi by lambda into lambda by 4. How much we are getting, Nana, here? Pi by 2. Okay, so we already know the formula. What is the formula, Nana? IR1 by IR2 is equal to 4I naught cos square pi by 2 by 4I cos square pi by 2. Okay, so this I naught 4I naught cancel, and this value given as k by IR2 is equal to cos square pi is equal to how much, Nana? 2 pi. So this is how much value? 1. Sorry, yeah, 2 pi. Of course, it is how much? 1. And here it is pi by 2, pi by 4. Pi by 4 means 1 by 2. Okay, so ultimately we are having what, Nana? IR2 is equal to, okay, so we are having here. Okay, so what is the point, Nana? From this, what we can write? IR2. Okay, I think you're unable to see, Nana. So from this we can write here k by IR2 is equal to 2, or IR2 is equal to k by 2. So answer is which one, Nana? B option, k by 2. Okay, and last one, if the Young's double slit is 400 angstroms and fringes of 2 meters, okay, and the width of the fringe is, okay, in an Young's double slit, the lambda is given, and fringes are formed at 2-meter distance and has a fringe width of 0.6 mm. If the whole experiment is performed in a liquid of refractive index 1.5, then width of the fringe will be. So simple formula it is what, Nana? 0.6 by 3, 1.5, or simply 3 by 2. So answer is you will get as, so here beta dash is equal to, what is the formula, Nana? Beta by new. So that is 0.6 by 3 by 2. So what is the answer, Nana? 0.4 mm. 0.4 mm. So I hope, Nana, these type of simple problems only appear in the examination. Okay. So hope you all understood the class, and we will continue for the topic in tomorrow's class. So please practice, and please do some hard work, Nana. Have a nice day. Take care, everyone.